Hi friends! Today we're going to be making an origami finger trap. And here it is. Oh. Ah. So what we need is a piece of paper and some scissors. We are going to start by making the origami bird base. And this is our introduction to it, so let's get into it. We'll be starting by making the square base, and then the bird base goes from there. So we need rectangle mountains, So we'll go the triangle way so that we're seeing the white when we fold it, starting with the black. Triangle way again. Okay, and then we need rectangle mountains, so mountain is on the black side. Rectangle way this way also. Okay, time to make the square base. So just taking these two corners, bringing them to touch, and then just squish. Got our square base. Okay, now we need to make an ice cream cone. So this is the side that does not have any flaps. This is the side that does. Making our ice cream cone. Actually, it's technically called a kite base, but I think it looks more like ice cream. Okay, and then we're gonna fold our ice cream down and then the other way, so we've got a crease going both ways. Okay, nice. We're gonna unfold. Okay, this is the tricky part of the bird base. So we're gonna be doing what's called a petal fold, where we are lifting up this tip all the way up, and at the same time we're reversing these creases. So lifting up on this line we just made, and this mountain and this mountain, they both need to be valleys. So we're reversing the crease. For both. And then there we go. We've got a nice diamond shape. So same thing on the other side. Open it up, reverse the creases, and then we've got our diamond shape. So that is the origami bird base. From this point we could make a bird. These would be the wings, this would be the bird's back, this would be its beak and its tail. But that's not what we're making today. Today we're going to unfold the whole thing. Ta-da! And we are going to cut on this little line, and this one, and this one, and this one. And you can cut maybe a tiny bit above this triangle here, but not too far, just maybe a tiny bit above or just right on. I'm using scissors for this one. we're going to flip the whole thing over. And we are just going to fold these little flaps down over here. Okay, now flip it over again. Got a nice black star. And we are going to bring each of the tips not right on this line. It needs to be above, maybe about halfway between the middle point and this line. So right about there. Making sure we're centered on this line as we're folding as well. Okay, nice. So we've got this kind of funky looking, I don't even know what that looks like. Some sort of spaceship. Okay, next step, a little bit tricky. We're going to be doing a mountain fold along this edge right here. We're not going to go all the way down, just we're going to stop where the tip is, and then we'll do another mountain fold right there. So, get it close as we can to that edge. There we go. And the other side. Nice, and then we'll do that for each of these. Folding one side. Folding the other side. Folding one side. Folding the other side. See that okay? And then last one. One side. And you can see on that one I didn't quite do it close enough on my first try, but you can always kind of, well, not always, but sometimes you can kind of squish your fold back to the spot it needs to be. Kind of refold it. If you do that too many times, or like in certain models, it doesn't work very well, but a lot of the time it will. You can kind of correct your mistake. Whew. There we go. Now we need to push on all four of these. See, we've got this kind of square in the middle, so push on each corner. You can see mine's getting all weird and crinkly, so we're just gonna kind of help it in the middle there. Help it go where it's supposed to go. It's having a hard time. I'm gonna blame the black paper. I think it's unlucky. No, I think it's just a little bit crinklier than the paper I put the other one on. Okay. So now I've kind of fluffed it all up. And that is the point at which you say to your brother or sister or friend, hey, what will happen if you just try it? And they push and they get their finger grabbed. So you can do this with a full sheet like I did, and I think that's the best way to learn how to do it. But as you notice, it doesn't like grab my finger perfectly. I can kind of escape. See, this one is a little bit more grabby, but still, yeah, that's pretty good. But with the origami paper, I think this one's slightly thicker and it seemed to grab a little better. So maybe try printer paper. But if you're using origami paper, I'd recommend cutting it into 4 pieces. So you can just do fold, fold, and then cut on those lines. And the smaller ones seem to grab your finger a little bit better. Well, that's all for this video. See you next time.